Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and thank you so much for joining today. Thank you guys. If you are new on this platform, my name is Milton Fonkwa, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about cost of living in North Cyprus. Okay, I think there is an information, or let me say there are some things I need to clarify here because some of my subscribers still don't understand what I said in one of my videos. Now, I will be talking about cost of living, but before that, please, if you are new, consider subscribing, okay, so that you can join the family and let's build the platform together. Thank you so much for that. For my returning subscribers, a thumbs up to you guys for coming back and always being on the platform. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Now, let me start with the accommodation, the housing, all right, in Northern Cyprus. First of all, the housing system in Northern Cyprus is made up of 3 different types, okay? If you go to Northern Cyprus, let me say, if you are new into the country, you are going to discover that what they have there are apartments, okay? And an apartment in Northern Cyprus is a 2+1. First of all, let me start from the smallest. You have the studio apartment, all right, which is just like basically a, let me say, a room and the toilet and the kitchen section, all right, and a section for your bed. The second one is the 1+1 apartment, which is a sitting room, 1 bedroom, 1 kitchen and 1 toilet. The third one is the 2+1 apartment, which is a sitting room, 2 bedrooms, 1 toilet and 1 kitchen, while the other one is the 3+1 apartment, which is 3 bedroom, 1 sitting room, 1 kitchen and 1 toilet, okay? And most at times the prices for this apartment are not the same, okay? The 1+1, you can get it sometimes for like 3,000 to 3,500 Turkish lira, all right? You can still get it for like 4,000 Turkish lira, okay? And now you also need to understand that accommodation is paid in British pounds, but I am going to be talking about Turkish lira here, so that if you are in Northern Cyprus or if you intend to move there, please convert the currency to British pounds or to your local currency so that you know, okay? And remember, let me put this here as a disclaimer. These figures I'm going to be giving you are not a fixed figures, okay? This is the ones I'm going to be giving is are those ones I know. Some as my personal experience, because I live in Northern Cyprus for close to 3 years, okay? So I know how it operates there. Some I try to find out due to my research abilities, okay? So the figures are not fixed, okay? So it's just a range I am going to be giving. Now, the 2+1 apartments, the 1+1 apartment, okay, you can get it for like 2,500 to 3,500 Turkish lira. The 2+1 apartment, you can get it for like 3,200 to 4,000 Turkish lira, and the 3+1 apartment, you can get it for like 3,500 to 4,000 Turkish lira, okay? It depends too. You can still get a 3+1 apartment for like 2+1, for like 2,500 to 3,000 Turkish lira. It depends on the apartment, okay? First of all, it depends on the age of the building, okay? And it also depends on who is the landlord, all right? So that is what you need to know. The age of the building contributes a lot to the amount of money you are going to be paying for your apartment. And know that, okay, you have to also understand that most of these apartments, okay, they are very old, all right? An apartment which is new, let me say like 5 years after construction, it is 5 years, is going to be expensive more than an apartment which has been 15 years old, all right? Which was constructed 15 years ago, all right? So I hope you understand what I mean, okay? So that is what you need to know. Now, my own apartment where we're living in, we were 4 of us in our apartment, all right? And we're paying close to like 2,600 Turkish lira. That was 350 British pounds at that time that we're paying. And if you convert this money, it will be somewhere close to like 2,600 Turkish lira. We were 4. And what basically happens in Northern Cyprus is that the bills are always shared according to the number of people in the house, okay? So we were 4. If you break down 2,600 Turkish lira or 350 British pounds, you are going to see my own section that I was paying, all right? So that is how it functions in Northern Cyprus. Remember, again, the bills are shared equally, all right, in some apartments. Some apartments share it according to bedrooms, okay? So that is what you need to understand. Again, the electric bill, let me talk about the electric bill. The electric bill, well, our own electric bill had never surpassed 150 Turkish lira, okay, and we were 4 in our apartment. Likewise, before we moved into the apartment, some people had consumed the electricity and never paid for it. And when we went there, we made a bill of close to like 500 Turkish lira. So we were advised to pay the bill while waiting for the landlord, which the landlord never paid for us, all right? We were the one who paid the bill. So before you move in an apartment, be very careful, all right? Make sure you verify to know if the bills is up to 0, all right? Because some people will consume and run away. Now, some apartments will obviously have electric bills higher than 600 or 700 Turkish lira. It all depends on what you do with the electricity. Some people will consume a lot of electricity. They have a lot of equipment. They have a lot of things they do with material. You know, and electricity usually increase during the winter season, okay? Because it is cold and you need to do heating. You need to heat stuff. You heat water. You heat your house. Especially those who use the AC to heat their homes. Their electric bill will obviously go very high, all right? So what we used to do was that we never used the AC, all right? We were using but the local heating method where we had we bought gas and we were using one of these containers like that. I don't know the name, but we were using the local method. So if you are using the AC, know that your electric bill is going to be above 500 Turkish lira every month. Ours have never surpassed 150 Turkish lira, okay? So that is what you need to know. But the range is usually 150 to 200 Turkish lira. So you have to note that down, all right? Now, the water and gas. First of all, gas in Northern Cyprus is bought, all right? When you want to cook food, you go buy the gas. They don't have this underground system of gas, okay? So gas in Northern Cyprus is not expensive. Before I left Northern Cyprus, it was 52, 53, it usually fluctuates, okay? Turkish lira, all right? And that is small money. It's not that expensive, especially when you convert to euros or dollars, okay? So if you are also using the gas to do your heating or heat your homes, of course, you are going to be buying 2 bottles per month or maybe 3 bottles. It depends on how you do the lighting, okay? Then for the water, our water has never surpassed 150 Turkish lira. Some months we used to pay 75, some months we pay 90 TL, which is Turkish lira. Some months we pay 120 Turkish lira. We're living 4 in our apartment, okay? For those people who used to go and sleep in the bathroom, if you sleep in the bathroom, know that your bill, of course, is going to be above 250 Turkish lira, because I don't know why somebody will be spending maybe 10, 15, or 20 minutes in the bathroom, all right? But some people do operate like that, so it is always good to watch what you do, all right? Because we were also using the washing machines and things like that, and you know the washing machine consumes a lot of water. So when you are considering these bills, always put all these things into consideration and avoid homes where people are staying there 6, 7, or 8, because the bills will obviously be high. There will not be orderness in the house, and when there is no order in the house, bills will always be high. Take note of this, okay? So that is that. For internet, our internet now, internet is usually not that expensive. Our own internet, we used to pay 110 Turkish lira. First of all, how did we get the internet? Before we moved into the country, we had no internet. Of course, when you are new, you don't have an internet connection. So we had to do inquiry and we went and paid for our internet. We bought the router, okay, and everything we paid, I think it was close to 400 Turkish lira, and they gave us 6 months to use the internet for free. What we were using was Net House. Some other people will use Vodafone, while there is another internet connection company, I can't remember well, but we were using Net House. So after the 6 months elapses, we were down paying 110 Turkish lira. Then after some months, it increased to 115 Turkish lira. So that was the amount we were paying every month for our internet connection. In some other apartment, the price is different, all right? And some other people, our own was unlimited. It depends on which one you are paying for, okay? So that is the amount for internet we were paying. Now let me talk about the transportation. The transport system in Northern Cyprus is made up of 3 different categories. First, you are either using the public transport, okay, to go to where you are going. You are either using a taxi to go to where you are going, or you can use the school bus. First of all, the public transport is somehow not expensive. From Kyrenia to Nicosia, you can pay 10 Turkish lira as of now, Okay, from Kyrenia to Famagusta, you can pay 20 Turkish lira. Okay, so that is the amount of money using the transport bus. Okay, there are buses that goes to all these cities. All right, while Nicosia to Famagusta, I think is 15 Turkish lira. Then from Nicosia to Kyrenia is 10 Turkish lira. It's not expensive using the transport, the municipal, or let me say the community transport system. Okay, then if you are using a taxi, the price is different. I think there is a certain kilometer, a certain distance you have to pay, and taxi fare, whether you don't go for a long distance or you enter and you drop after 100 meters, you are going to pay 20 Turkish lira. All right. So when you are going for like a city, let me say from Kyrenia to Famagusta, they might charge you more. All right. Taxis at times usually charge people from 50 Turkish lira and above. There was one time I remember I was leaving Famagusta very late to Kyrenia, and a taximan asked me to pay 200 Turkish lira. So I was just smiling. So you need to know, taxi is very, very expensive in Northern Cyprus, and always let them know how much kilometers they covered for you to enter and for how much money. Okay, don't enter before you start arguing. Argue before you enter so that they know how much you are going to pay. Don't let people take you into what I don't want to mention here. All right. Again, the next transport system is the school bus. There are school buses all over Northern Cyprus, and students, workers, or whosoever enter all the school buses for free. So far as you are a school, you are a student, okay, you can enter all the school buses for free. The school buses for CIU move across all the streets in Nicosia. The school buses for GAU move across all the streets in Kyrenia and even goes to Nicosia. That of near East University, which is ENU, also move around the whole of Cyprus. So whichsoever one is coming and you are on the bus stop at that time, you enter inside, it is free. Then you drop where it is stopping to take the other students. There are bus stops. Make sure you are on the bus stop on the same time, because the school bus does not wait 3 minutes on that bus stop. Okay, so that is what you need to know about transportation. Now, the food. Food in Northern Cyprus is not that expensive. I am going to focus here because I love food a lot. I love food a lot, okay? So, food is not that expensive. I think with, for me, I used to use like 600 to 700 Turkish lira a month for my feeding, okay? Because I used to manage a lot because I was poor. Yes, I was. That is the truth. So, with 600 Turkish lira, 700, 800, someone can manage, okay? But if you are somebody who doesn't manage, know that your bill is going to run for at least 1,000 plus upwards a month, okay, in Northern Cyprus. Then there are some cheap stores you can get food like the lira.My supermarket, alright? It is very cheap. I think a 2.5 liters of Coca-Cola in lira.My supermarket is 5.3 Turkish lira. You can get bread for not more than 1 Turkish lira. There are various varieties of bread. Tomatoes, same. Okay, all these kitchen stuff, green vegetables, and all the rest, they are very, very cheap. Even beer, they sell beer, is very cheap. Okay, so with all these things, if you are somebody who manages, you can spend maximum 800, okay, a month. But if you want to eat outside the restaurant, know that one time you can spend like 50 Turkish lira upward. You can also order food from the Yemek stores, okay. There are some stores that cook. You just call and they bring food for you. That way, it is still very expensive too. Okay, the Yemek services. So there is another cheap market at the city center in Kyrenia called Odu Pazar. If either you use the lira.My or you use Odu Pazar, they are somehow cheap, alright? Then you can still decide, you go to the open markets in Guinea around Barish Park, you buy your stuff, or you go to Lefkosia. There is a $1 market in Lefkosia. Everything in that market is $1. You bet your stuff, alright? You buy your food, you save them. But if you are somebody who wants to eat, you know, in big restaurants, know that you will need like 2,000 or 3,000 plus every month, right? So that is what you need to know. And again, in some apartments in Northern Cyprus, there is something they call maintenance fee, all right? There, especially the new apartments, they have monies that they pay people to sweep the apartment, clean the apartment, and things like that. And I think it is called pay.That. In Turkish, it is called pay.That. So you will find some apartments that will obviously be collecting maybe 20 TL, 30 Turkish lira maximum, or 10 Turkish lira from every tenant to pay someone to be doing the cleaning. Our own apartment, we used to do the cleaning ourselves, but in others, it is not the case. So that is what you need to know about cost of living in Northern Cyprus. In another video, I am going to talk about cost of living in another country. So stay tuned. Please, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that little red subscribe button, okay? So that whenever I upload, you will get the signal to watch. Thank you so much for those who are watching. Thank you for those who subscribe already, and see you in another one.